Yo, welcome back, everybody, to the Ron and E podcast. I'm
Sir,
Elijah. This is my man, Ron.
sir, we here with it.
And we got a lot to talk about today, don't we? We got a lot,
Sir, we have
lot, lot to talk
we
about.
have some blowouts. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, so today we're going to get into the playing games, all playoff brackets, and then we're also going to be going into awards, see who wins what. So, first things first, we're going to start off with the
Oh,
GOAT himself, LeBron. We're going to talk about how LeBron ended Curry's MVP season with his own game. And then, yeah. So, first things first, you know, everybody was talking their ish during the game. All right, so cool. I kept hey, you see me being quiet. I was tired. I was quiet the entire game. And the whole kill is, I knew we was going to start off slow. Every time we have a big game, we start off slow. We did it in the playoffs because every time in Houston we lose game one, and Portland we lost game one, and everybody's like, "Oh, Lakers gonna lose, Lakers gonna lose." Man, once we figure out how we need to play a team, we gonna adjust and we gonna come back stronger. But what made it worse was when Jordan Poole was poking the bear. As AD said, "You don't poke the bear." Jordan Poole was talking his ish during halftime. He gonna bump into AD and Braun. You don't do that. Poole has not earned his respect yet. He played great. Not gonna lie, he played a great game. He hit a couple threes, but he don't got that respect to be doing that couple stuff. You know, there's no way you can just bump into AD and Braun and not expect some form of consequence. But we're gonna leave that alone. But all in all, that was a great game. You know, I think with those two games and even last night's game with the Warriors and Grizzlies, the playing games are here to stay. You know, I don't think Silver is going to take those out anytime soon, unless there's some constant team getting blown out, or like a certain seed, like let's say like the 10th seed keeps getting blown out in the first round, I guess you want to say. But yeah, that Lakers game,
man.
man. I'm not even gonna care. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We played trash. We played horrible that first half. I think our main scorers, Schroeder, AD, and Braun went 2 for 23, 2 for 24, something like that.
Terrible.
Yeah, we can't be doing that no more. And I think yeah, I probably think I know that's probably gonna be the worst we're gonna play this playoff series. That's including Phoenix and all the way till we get to the finals. I think that's probably the worst we're ever going to play. I don't think it can get any worse than that. You know,
Yeah.
AD was like 2 for 12. He was really stinking it up the entire game. But you know, he came in when we needed him, which MVPs do. They come in when you need them the most. You know, I believe he had 9 points, 9 or 12 points at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and then ended with 25. You know, that's getting all those points in the fourth quarter when you really need them to crunch time. Yeah, man, that's MVP stuff right there. But Schroeder, man, Schroeder. For him and the rest of our Laker players, we're playing for two different things. Schroeder's playing for a big time contract. Everybody else is playing for an NBA championship. You know, Schroeder, I don't know why he declined what we tried to offer him. I think we offered him a 3-year deal, 3 or 4 year deal. And I think he didn't want to take that because he was already talking about getting him in trade talks for Lowry, which I'm glad we didn't take. But yeah, right now he's playing for a big contract, which I don't think he's going to get. And I think right now with the way he's playing, he's every time the way he's playing right now, he's playing for a lesser contract each game because of how bad he's been playing. Every time he checked into the game, he's either a liability on defense because he was just fouling Curry for the three, or he's playing 1v5 and trying to get his way to the rim and just completely break. Now sometimes he'll make the layup. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes he'll get them Kyrie layups, but he came into the game I believe in the fourth quarter, and he got the ball, took it up court, didn't even look to pass and just try to go for a layup. and you can't be doing that in the playoffs. Right now, this is really where you truly need to play team basketball. You can't be going against the team. You can't be driving to the paint. You got Draymond and Kevin Looney in the paint. You can't be doing that. But Draymond played a hell of a game. I can't even lie. I know I bash him, but defensively, he played a great game. He really did shut down AD at the beginning of the first half. But offensively, I mean, yeah, he got Curry open looks, but if that's all you're doing, you are you really, a great role player? That's all you can do offensively, just get people open looks. I mean, he scored like what 9 points, and I think we was really giving him the Ben Simmons treatment. He was wide open for a three, for multiple threes. We just left him wide open. But did we talk about Caruso, the real GOAT in the Lakers? Man, that's the GOAT. Caruso's the GOAT, my man. Hey, even though I think Curry dropped 37 on this, he shut down Curry. He really did. He had multiple stops on Curry, and he really came up big in the fourth quarter when he trapped him on the right side of the ring. When he got that turnover on Curry, I was like, yeah, he's gonna be in our closing lineup. Because Schroeder came in, I think right before that play, he fouled Curry for a three, and I think he made it. I'm not sure, but I know he fouled Curry. He got like 3 easy free throws right there. That's gonna hurt us in the long run. But Caruso, man, I know everybody sees him as a meme player, but Caruso is probably the most efficient player, one of the most efficient players on our team. He comes in and he can get it. He can make his own shot. He can hit a three here and there, and he can play make so well. Him and Fallon Horntucker are just two young guys. Even though Caruso, I think he's in his 3rd or 4th year with us playing. I think him and Fallon Horntucker have a bright future in the NBA right now. But that's my take on the Lakers game. Hey, when everybody was talking, I was quiet. I said, "Watch, man, game ain't over." It's fun because everybody thinks everybody thinks that games are only won in the first and second quarter. Nah. You really want to see how good a team is? You want to check in the 3rd and 4th quarter. I think mentally the Warriors gave up in the 4th quarter. In the second half, that's when they thought Ish was sweet, and they just said, "Hey, we got this." And nah, you can't do that when you're going against the GOAT. But go ahead and give your take, man. Go ahead.
All right, bro. So first, I thought it was a really good game. I thought out of all the playing games, I thought the Warriors and Lakers was the best game because it just like it was so much intensity in that game and stuff. And like Curry he was doing pretty good. I mean, he was making some shots, and I mean. But back to the Draymond point, bro, it's like he's good for what he does. He's a good passer. He's a good defender. He likes to say he's the best screen. I don't know, best at setting screens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. But, I mean, like, he needs to get some type of form of offensive game because that just cost them last night.
Yeah, that cost him last night. Man.
I mean, dude had a wide open lane and like, I don't know if he was just thinking he wanted to pass it or shoot it. Then he just shoots a floater and hits the side of the backboard or something. Like,
ball game.
you can't do that, bro. And I'm just thinking, like, man, if Draymond had any type of jump shot again, like he once did back in like 2017, bro, it would be over, bro. Because like you said, everybody's leaving Draymond open. Like, people are double teaming Curry off of that screen every time, leaving Draymond. Yep. So I'm just like, I think this summer for Draymond, definitely focus on his jump shot again, bro. Because I don't know what happened. He was actually a pretty decent shooter at one point, but I don't know what happened.
The form he has is that is. I think I have a better shooting form than him. That is terrible. He looked like every time he shoot, his back hurts.
It does, like he's like leaning forward, like
yeah, man. So strong with it.
But and then like this is my thing with Anthony Davis. I love Anthony Davis. I feel like he has tons of talent. And like my thing with AD is Like, I hate when he's not aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when he's just sitting there shooting jump shots instead of wanting to back Draymond down. And I just feel like that's the main reason why he was struggling. I felt like he was settling a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like AD has the potential to be a top 5 power forward of all time. It's just I hate when he has those type of moments where he's not aggressive. He doesn't want to just turn his back to the basket and try to back someone down because I know he can do it. But I mean, like you said, Draymond was doing good. He had a couple of steals in the passing lanes when he tried to give it to him. And so that was cool. And then, but yeah, I mean, LeBron shooting at 15 rims at the end of the game. Makes it.
Hey, talking about that, yeah, off talking about the AD. AD's game is pick and roll. That's his best game, and he decides not to do that. I don't know why. I think it's a pride thing. But AD, when you're missing 5 jumpers in a row, you gotta stop. You gotta find a different way to be efficient. You gotta find a different way to help out the team offensively. Because there were multiple times he can just easily drove in for an easy 2, but he gonna try to shoot a 3, and knowing he's off. Like when you're having an off night, don't try to force it. Don't, especially in the playoffs. I'd rather you not want to shoot your way into the game, because you can't be doing that. You're off. You're missing 3 to 4 shots in a row. You can't be doing that. Drive in, take your easy 2s, and get the easy layup. But the whole Braun thing where it was luck. Come on, man, that's so disrespectful. That was so disrespectful. I'm seeing all these Stephen A. Smiths, the Brandon Marshalls, and everybody else, Chris Bros, whatever his name is, saying that it was luck. Come on, man. That man got the ball, got from KCP from the paint, got the ball in his hands, formed up, shot that all net. Nobody want to say how Kawhi's shot bounced off the rim like 100,000 times was luck. Everybody say, "Oh, that's the clutchest shot in playoff history." The joint bounced off the rim like it was like some bouncy ball. Like, come on, man, that's not luck. Come on, man, that's so disrespectful saying that shot was luck. That LeBron came off clutch. He knew that it was 3 seconds left. There's no way that you can tell me that was off pure luck. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm not here to say anything. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. But yeah, but that was a really good game, bro.
It was a good game, and I think a lot of teams should like fear that off of us, knowing that we can turn it up in the second half. Because the way we played from the second half on, we just played fantastic. Even though Schroeder would come in and just kill the whole vibe. Every time LeBron came in, dish it out to Caruso, dish it out to KCP for 3. And Wesley Matthews and KCP played great. Wesley Matthews checked into the game, off-rip, hit a 3. Came back, I think 2 to 3 possessions later, hit another 3. Those are the type of players that you want on your team. You want players who don't get that much time, knowing that they're in their role. Like even Marcus Morris, he didn't play at all. I don't think he played at all. And you want those type of players that know their role and are able to accept the fact that there's certain times where you're just not going to play. But when we need you to be ready. Wesley Matthews and I think even Marcus Morris are the same. Those are the players that you want on your team. You want them to be ready for the moment. You don't want them to come off the bench saying, is he ready? Nah, Wesley Matthews and even Kuzma, I think they're ready for their moment this year.
Yo, I remember earlier this season, y'all was trying to give Wesley the boot.
Yeah. Oh, talking about giving people the boot. I don't think Drummond's gonna be starting and coming out these playoff runs. I think Marc Gasol, I would not be surprised. You can scream whatever. I think Marc Gasol is going to be in one of these playoff series. Even though he didn't play at all in the Warriors game, I strongly believe when Drummond's going to foul out, and I think Montrezl is going to get in foul trouble, you're going to have to play Marc. And Marc's going to come in and do his thing. He's going to dish it out, get a quick 3, because he can really get you 2 to 3 threes a game when you need to. It's not like he's coming off and you're praying that then goes in like he's Kuzma at the beginning of the season. Not Kuzma. Garcon can get you a couple threes, and that's what you need from a big. And when him, Braun, and AD on the floor, and you got KCP and Caruso, that spaces the floor out so perfectly because everybody on that floor can shoot. Maybe a look you might worry about LeBron, but LeBron's gonna be LeBron, and AD it just depends on whether he's having a good night or not. But I believe that should be our closing lineup: Caruso, KCP, Braun, AD, and Mark. Now, if we want to go small ball, which I think we might do, I guess against Portland, if they do make it to the second round, I think we will. Let me just double check.
Yeah.
I think yeah. So we will play Portland in the second round if they beat Denver. So I think we might go small ball against them. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mark doesn't play that game and we have AD playing the 5. But let's say we go against Utah and maybe even this series against Phoenix. We might put in Mark and start him at the 5 because I don't think Drummond, with him and his foul trouble, even though he makes it up offensively with the offensive boards and can get us like 16, 15 boards a night, him fouling and getting other teams into the bonus really hurts us in the long run because he's just over there. He can't. I don't know. With Drummond, he'll get the ball in the paint, do all this little post up. He's gonna post up. He's gonna post up Aiden in this series, and he's just gonna get blocked because his finishing skills are not like that. It's not good at all. So with him, he kind of just clogs up lanes offensively, even though, like I keep saying, he can make it up with the boards. I don't think Drummond's going to get a lot of PT in this Portland and maybe in the Utah series. But I don't know. I just really want Mark to play. Every time Mark comes in, he's kind of like a lesser LeBron passing wise because he's able to play make and get to see the open man and get you a 3.
Yeah, right. He spaces out the floor more. So, I mean, it lets AD kind of get the paint, let LeBron be able to drive in and not like have the paint be clogged and stuff. And I just think Drummond is just trying to live up to the I don't know what y'all call it, the Laker.
Kareem Abdul-Drummond.
I think he's just trying to do too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I mean, there's gonna be. I think against Phoenix because they're smaller. I could see y'all matching them. But I mean, I could also see y'all go big because you won't have to force Jay Crowder, who's playing the 4 for the Suns. Won't have to defend a big.
So yeah, we can definitely go small on them.
Yeah.
Now it's also a lot putting AD at the 5.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be an interesting series. Your guy on Chris Paul, you know.
Yeah. Which I believe should be ahead of Stephen Curry in the MVP talk, if we're being honest. But we get to that later when we talk about award predictions. But I know with the Lakers talk. I know that's not what it's all about. You know, we're gonna win the chip. But let's talk about how about your Wizards? How are you guys looking?
First of all, I like to say I have a love and hate relationship. But bro, I mean, I was a little disappointed that we lost against the Celtics in the first.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I didn't like our matchups with the Nets anyway. But I mean, you know, we came back, you know, second game against the Pacers. Russ and Bill had a good game. Russ was just getting anything he wanted. He was just bullying his way against everybody. You know, Sabonis got into foul trouble. So we took him out, but you know, he fouled out at the end. So once he fouled out, the game was pretty much over.
Mm-hmm.
It was a blowout. Nothing much to really say about that. We just, you know, getting ready for Philly for game 1, and we'll see what happens in Philly.
Would you be mad at me if I say I got Philly sweeping y'all in the first round?
No, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay, because that's what I got happening. I got Philly sweeping y'all. If not, I think Russ can steal a game or 2, but at most, I see Philly sweeping y'all or just taking y'all to 5. That's it.
Yeah, I got us losing a 5.
But I mean, I think you guys played great against a hurt Indiana Pacers team. Yeah, you don't have Miles Turner playing. Yeah, a lot of injured players, but I think you guys scoring offensively. It's just nobody. I don't think nobody can really mess with y'all offensively because you guys. I think at least 8 or 9 players on your team had double figs.
Mm-hmm.
If you got 9 players or even 8 players having double digits and scoring, you're more than likely winning that game, whether it's an offensive game or defensive game, poorly defensive game. But I think defensively is where it's going to hurt y'all. Y'all don't have nobody on your team that can stop Joel Embiid, let alone Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think this is going to be a rough series for Russell Westbrook just because I believe Ben Simmons is fully capable of sticking Russ. But y'all don't have no answer for Joel Embiid unless you really believe Alex Len is the answer to stopping Joel Embiid. I just don't see. I see Joel. I would not be surprised if Joel dropped 40, or he's averaging around 35 points a game, because that's how good he is, and you got nobody defending him. He's going to be dropped 35 and 10.
Yeah, I predict that too, bro. I mean, they're gonna try to double him, try to force the ball out of his hands, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll see how it goes with that. Someone other than Russell and Bill is gonna have to step up for us to have a chance. I mean, I'm interested to see how they play the Sixers in Game 1.
Yeah, but I think you guys. I'm not trying to hate on y'all, but you're going against the 76ers, I think fully healthy 76ers team. And even though we kind of, I definitely trashed on Danny Green last year. I think him and Tobias Harris are not great, but good enough defensively to slow down Bill. But yeah, you guys are definitely going to need somebody else besides Bill and Russell to help out, which I think Roy, I don't think he's fully capable, but he's capable of getting you at least maybe 15 to 17. But that's actually a lot for a rookie. But I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a tough series. I don't have you guys winning it. I just 76ers, they match up fairly well against you guys.
Yeah, bro. I'm not even mad. I'm a unbiased fan. I keep it real with myself. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Okay, so let's get into the playoff bracket. So I'll list mine and you list up yours. So I'm gonna start off in the West. So with all the play-in games ended and now it's fully playoff season. Y'all see? Did you know they're not gonna be counting these games? They're not gonna be counting the stats.
Really?
Yeah, they don't know whether or not they count as a playoff or regular season game, but I just know they're not gonna be counting the stats. So everything that Curry did and LeBron did is just not gonna count. Which I think it should. I believe the play-in game should be counted as a mini playoff series. But hey, I'm not out in silver. Anyways, so the first round, I got Utah beating Memphis in 6. I got Dallas beating the Clippers in 7. I got Portland in 6. And I got the Lakers in 5. And then the east side of the first round, I have Philly in 5, New York in 6, Miami in 7, and Brooklyn in 4. Second round of the West, I have Utah in 6, being the Mavericks, and then Lakers in 5 against Portland. Second round in the East, I have Philly in 6 against the Knicks, and then Brooklyn in 6 against Miami. Third round, I got Lakers in 6 as well against Utah. And then I got Brooklyn. Oh, no. I got Philly in 7. I believe Philly is going to upset them. And then I got Lakers in 6 in the finals.
Okay. All right. So in the first round, Utah versus Memphis. I got Utah in 5. I just feel like Memphis is, they're unexperienced.
Yeah.
There's nothing against them. Clippers versus Mavericks. I don't know why. I know you're a Lakers fan, so by default, you just gotta hate the Clippers. But I got the Clippers in 7. I think it'll go to 7. But I mean, bro, for that series, it's like, who do I trust besides Luka? who's that second guy? You could say Porzingis, but I mean, is he going to stay healthy? I mean, is he still inconsistent? Well, you
I
got
mean, you got to look at about you got to look at it like from last year's playoffs. I know every team in the playoffs are completely different. Besides, you can really say us and Denver. Well, not Denver, but Portland. I don't. You got to realize that the Mavs was always going to beat the Clippers until whatchamacallit, until Porzingis got suspended. So that's why I really got Denver and not Denver, Dallas in 7. But you gotta realize, Cliff Paul, not Cliff Paul, but George Paul. Can you trust George Paul in the playoffs right now? Like we always see this. We always see George Paul going that playoff P. We're gonna call him playoff P, pandemic P. You always see pandemic P just going off in the regular season. Oh, he's a top 10 player. He should be the MVP combo. He's a DPOY. He's strapping LeBron, all that. And then he comes into the playoffs and gets you around like 2 points in the fourth quarter and hits the side of the backboard. I don't trust this Clipper team at all. I don't believe they have no chemistry, and you got them resting. And you lose if you're the Clippers. Why are you tanking? There's no way in hell, even with you resting Kawhi and Paul George, and I believe even you can say Zubac. Zubac played like 28 seconds and he fouled out, or he fouled and got out and then played for the rest of the game, so he can have his game streak. I don't trust this Clipper team at all. They have no chemistry. They played, I believe Kawhi's been averaging 15 points these last couple of games. I don't trust this Clipper team at all. So that's why I really have Dallas beating them in 7. I think they're good enough. Dallas is good enough to take the Clippers to 7. That's why I have it there. Not because that's how bad the Clippers are, or that's how it is. But I really have Dallas giving them bump and taking them to 7 and beating them in clutch moments.
Yeah, I understand your point. I don't know. Just for me, it's just like I don't know who else to really trust on the Mavericks besides Luka, because I can't trust Porzingis' health. And I mean, you're right. George Paul, he's a little inconsistent in the playoffs. But I mean, we'll see what he does this year. We say that every year, but
Yeah.
But next up, I got so Denver versus Portland. I got Portland in 6. And like you said, Lakers versus Phoenix. I got Lakers in 5. For my first round for the East, I got the 76ers in 5. I got the Knicks in 7 against Atlanta. And then for this one, this was probably my hardest one to pick out of like literally the whole bracket. Was the Bucks versus Miami, because I can honestly see this going either way.
Who you got?
Like, if you're Giannis, you want this. You wanted this series to begin with, and you want to win because you got to redeem yourself. So I'm gonna say Milwaukee in 7. It's going to. Okay. I'm a little scared though because Jimmy Butler is.
Butler's a different animal. Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. I think Milwaukee in 7, and then Brooklyn versus Boston. I got Brooklyn sweeping them in 4. I don't think Boston matches up well with them.
Yeah, especially you got Jaylen Brown and Smiley Kemba. Brown is out. Yeah, I got them getting swept as well.
So for the second round of the West, I have Utah versus the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust the Clippers either. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? But like I don't buy. I never bought into the hype of the Jazz. I don't
think nobody has.
So I'm expecting the Clippers to win, but I can expect them to fall apart too. So I mean, I got them in Clippers in 6, but we'll see. And then the rematch from last year, Lakers versus Portland, Lakers in 5 again.
Okay.
And then for my second round of the 76ers, of the East, So I got the 76ers versus Knicks. I got Philly in 5. I don't think the Knicks are experienced, just like the Grizzlies, but we'll see what happens there. Then Milwaukee versus Brooklyn. I got Brooklyn in 7. And then for my Western Conference Finals, I hope we get it. Clippers versus Lakers, but I got Lakers in 5.
Dang, you got us in 5. Wow. Jeez. Oh, you giving us respect? Okay. Wow. Okay. I respect that. I respect that. Wow. That really shocked me.
Yeah.
You explain, get into depth why you have us in 5? Because I respect the Clippers enough. I think we take them to 6. I don't know about 5 because they have players that can stop LeBron or slow down LeBron. Go ahead, tell me why you have us in 5 in that series.
I just feel like they still don't really have an answer for Anthony Davis. You can say Serge Ibaka, but I mean, I don't really have Serge Ibaka stopping AD. I feel like, I can see 6, but it's just how much I trust in Paul George. It's all going to come down to Paul George. I think Kawhi, he's going to get his. It's only, you can't really stop LeBron. You can try to slow him down. LeBron going to get his.
Yeah.
It's going to be all up to Paul George and whether or not 5, 6, 7. It's just going to depend on his play. I'm predicting, that's my guy, that he might struggle because I say it every year and I'm going to be objective to it. So I'm going to just come in with expectations of he's not going to play well. So that's why I got you guys on 5. If Paul plays well, I can see it going to 6 or 7, but either way, you guys are going to win the series. I don't see it. And then I got the 76ers versus Brooklyn. I think that it will go to 7. But I want Brooklyn. I just feel like it's a lot of, they got a lot of firepower. You have one D. I give you that. But I mean, Brooklyn can score with the best. So I can't deny Kyrie, Harden, and KD.
You can. I respect that.
And then my finals, Lakers versus Brooklyn. I don't think this goes to 7. Lakers in 6. The Lakers are too big for the Nets. Pause. They couldn't stop Andre Drummond. AD is just going to kill him.
Yeah, man. You can't stop Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You damn sure not gonna stop no AD, man. Ain't no way. And the whole killers, we can just either go big or we can go small on them. We can either have AD at the 5, or we can put AD at the 4 and then put Mark or Drummond in the 5. Either way, they have nobody to stop for our bigs, and that's gonna kill them. Because if we can just get 2 of them, I believe we're good. We're great. We're that good defensively. Because we got the number 1 defense, even though I don't really care. We can be 5, 6, whatever the NBA wants to rank us. I believe that we are great enough defensively to stop at least two of the either Kyrie, KD, Kyrie, whatever you want to do it. I believe we're good enough to stop 2 of them and just beat them out offensively. That's how good I believe our team is defensively.
Yep. So all I say, the NBA Lakers will repeat.
Yes, sir.
But we'll see what happens. The first games start today. So
yeah. So who you got winning today? So I know the East plays today. So who do you have winning game 1 of today?
I was looking it up earlier. I think we have the Miami Heat and the Bucks first.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bucks will be home. I'm gonna say the Bucks first. I'm gonna say the Bucks because I feel like Miami's gonna come in with the same strategy. And I feel like the Bucks are gonna know, okay, they're gonna build a wall. So we're gonna do this to counteract that. And then, but we'll see what happens. And then let's see what else we got. Okay, so we have the Mavericks and Clippers today, 4:30.
I know that the East was playing today.
We have two East games and one West game.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the Clippers winning this game. Yeah, I don't got a good explanation. I feel like this is gonna be like one of those games. I feel like Paul George is gonna have a good game this game because of all the pressure. He wants to show out, improve, and make a statement in the first game. I don't know if he's gonna go off for the rest of the series or the rest of the playoffs. But I have a solid feeling he's gonna have a good game this game. And then Nets versus Celtics. I got the Nets. It's obviously they're sweeping up.
Okay, so the Mavs, Clippers, Heat, Bucks, and Nets and Celtics are playing, right? So I don't believe home court really matters in the NBA. I don't know why. For me, I don't really think it really matters. I mean, yeah, it will because the fans, but it's kind of like if you're locked in, you're locked in. Doesn't matter where you play at. But obviously, yeah, I got the Nets sweeping the Nets and sweeping the Celtics. Here's the thing. Paul George is fully capable of going off whenever.
He's fully capable.
He is. I'm not going to say he's a terrible playoff.
He is a terrible player.
Yeah.
He's a good player though.
He's a decent playoff player. I'm going to give him that. But he is fully capable of just dropping 30 to 35 points whenever he wants in a playoff series. As long as not in an elimination game. I don't think so. That's why, like, even he could drop 30, he could drop 40 tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. But it's when it's game 7 or just any elimination game, it's where I'm like, he gonna drop 20 tonight. He gonna drop 25. I don't know. He might drop 13. He might even drop 7 points. That's the thing. I just don't trust him in crunch time. That I'm not pooping on Paul George, but for him, you just don't know. You don't know when he's gonna go off, and you don't know when he's gonna just go cold. You just don't know. But I got the Clippers winning game 1 tonight, and then I have the Heat winning game 1 as well. I believe that Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler is what Patrick Beverley thinks he is. Jimmy Butler is a dog. He is a rough rider. He got it out the mud. He is the definition of getting it out the mud. If y'all know his backstory, you know what I mean. But for him, Jimmy Butler's gonna hold Giannis to 20 points on like him shooting like 8 for 20. That's 8 for 20, 8 for 25. He's gonna shoot bad. I believe Giannis is going to just play horrible game 1. That's my prediction. And today's Saturday, 12/17. So this is way before the game start. I just have Giannis completely flopping this game. Okay. So my picks for the first game winners, I got Nets, Heat, and I got the Clippers.
All right, I mean, I respect that, bro. I mean, we'll see what happens, man. Cause I don't know, man. Do you think the Drew Holiday trade made the Bucks better?
Better? Yeah. I think they made them a lot better. I think even with them having PJ Tucker, because they needed that 3-and-D player, I believe they did get better. But that $100 million contract extension, I don't know. I think it's for 7 years, right?
No, that's Eric Bledsoe.
Oh, Bledsoe, two players. But yeah, either way, I think him with Drew Holiday is just, yeah, that's. They made him a lot better. They needed another defensive guy. They actually got 2 defense guys, him and PJ Tucker. Yeah, so I think both of them being, 2 ways, or really just Drew Holiday being a 2-way and PJ Tucker being a 3-and-D. I think they both needed those players. But I don't know. I still got the Heat winning game one.
Okay. All right. So
But for our last segment today, go with the war predictions. So for me, you already know how I went off on Twitter last night saying that Curry shouldn't be an MVP combo. But I believe, so we're just going to do the winners. We're not going to say who's going to be first, second, third. We're just going to pick winners.
all right.
So I'll just go first. So for MVP, I got Joker. I just have Joker. Even though for me, I hate the way he plays because he'll do like this or do something like that and it just go in. I don't know why, but just him playing so sloppy. It's like I hate seeing him play the game of basketball. But he is a great player. Do not get me wrong. Joker is a top 3 center in the league right now. He is a great player. I personally just don't like watching him play basketball. That's just me. I'm not taking anything away from him. Just him just doing all this. And him complaining blows me. He's worse than Harden. You're like just doing this. Like, you 7 foot, you complaining about somebody breathing on you. Come on, man. Act right. But I think Joker's going to run away with the MVP, even though I believe that Joel could have won it this year if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
But Coach of the Year, I got it to Tom Thibodeau. You know, I would say Monty Williams, but what Tom Thibodeau did with that team, because Tom Thibodeau doesn't have nobody near the level of Chris Paul as IQ-wise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though I believe that Julius Randle had like a better season numbers-wise than Chris Paul, we all know that Chris Paul's better than Julius Randle. I will pray everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But I just believe the team that he has, his team is just full of people who want it more. While Tom Thibodeau, not Tom, but Monty Williams has a team that's already like settled. You know, you have a Devin Booker that can drop you 60 any given night. You have a great young center in DeAndre Ayton, and then you have the second greatest point guard of all time, Chris Paul, as your leader. So I just believe Tom Thibodeau is working with less, but doing more, while Monty Williams is winning with more and winning games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I give it to Tom Thibodeau. That's my coach of the year. 6 man, Jordan Clarkson.
Yep.
All I gotta say is Jordan Clarkson. DPOY. You know, I kind of wish Bam was at least in the convo, but he wasn't. But DPOY, they're gonna give it a Gobert. They're going, and this is why I believe accolades, a lot, if not some, then a lot, accolades are kind of overrated. Because this is how we're reacting. We're like, why are they giving it to him again? Gobert ain't shut nobody down, even though he's a great defensive player.
Yeah.
You know, and you got players saying that nobody fears him and that they're rightfully will attack him in the paint, and he's 7 foot. But this is a great example of why I believe some accolades are just overrated. But MVP, just go ahead. Give me your prediction.
Give me your rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year, LaMelo.
All right. So yeah, like you said earlier, for MVP, I got Jokic because he's played the most games. He's been the most consistent. I wanted Embiid. If Embiid didn't get hurt, he would have won it. But you know, it is what it is. For my coach of the year, Tom Thibodeau, because they were complete trash. Knicks was trash. They come to get Julius Randle, and they're in the playoffs like that. I think he did a wonderful job with them. For my 6 man, Jordan Clarkson, he's tremendous scorer. He's gonna be big in the in the playoffs for them. For my most improved, Julius Randle, because it's no question. I mean, like, so you can make a fight for Michael Porter, but not really. So Julius Randle, Defensive Player of the Year. I don't want them to give it to Rudy Gobert. I don't think Rudy. Don't get me wrong. He's a good player. He's a good defensive player. But I just feel like, personally, I want Ben Simmons to win it. I think he needs to win it. And I hope he wins it. My Rookie of the Year is LaMelo. But, I mean, Anthony Edwards, he made a push, though. He made a great push for that. So, I think that's everybody though. Yeah. Yep. So those are my award predictions. Yeah.
All right, man. So that's gonna do it for today's video. You know, we're gonna get into some playoff basketball today. We should have another video out. We're gonna do another video after the West games, which is I believe on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we can just do it off that. But that's gonna do it for today's video, y'all. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. Our socials are down below, and leave your predictions as well in the comments. You know, give us your predictions. You know, who do you think is gonna win the finals? Matter of fact, give us an upset. Give us an upset. You know, my upset is in the third round between 76ers and the Nets. Ron's, what's yours?
Did I even really have any upsets? Maybe the Lakers in 5 against the Clippers was an upset.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna do it, man. Thank you for watching. Yeah.
All right, see y'all. Peace.